Alright guys, thanks for watching iwL-TV. I'll be your epic and awesome host and caster Fitz here. And you guys are tuning into iwL Clan League Season 20, Week 2, Division A, Series number 3 between Disturbed Minds versus Insanity Without Limits. And spawning in the bottom left, competing for Disturbed Minds, will be the White Protoss, Disturbed Minds PornStar. And yeah, that is correct. You guys can even look at this yourself. That is his name. If you guys actually look up PornStar in my like my videos, you actually will see a player that was in Replay of the Week, probably towards the end of early February. I was doing some casts. They weren't the greatest casts of mine as they were in my earlier days, but about 3 or 4 months ago, before I got really into actually start knowing the game a bit more. But the fact of the matter is that this might be the same player. I'm really not sure, but that PornStar was the third. So he may race pick PvP. I don't know why he would, or she, but whatever, that will be the case. And spotting the top right on Fighting Spirit, the map I truly hate. It will be Insanity Without Limits. Funny. Now, Funny, I just quickly looked up, he's a B+ player, so that is pretty good. Let's just be honest here. B+ player is pretty good, and we're seeing 219 coming out of his AP in this game, and 193 for PornStar here, and it looks like we're going to see, very similar openings, nothing too cheesy. Now, Fighting Spirit, to quickly sum over, your ramp is normal, you have nothing really fancy about it. Your natural is pretty easy to secure, and what often happens is a lot of players will go for a 2-base play until they feel comfortable pushing out to their ramp to break either a contain or just to feel more comfortable regardless. And then from there, that pretty much holds up this whole area over here, which would leads to the third, which has gas, by the way. 500 gas, fully optimized gas. And this can get completely walled off by supply depots, pylons, etc. So, we'll be interested, and we're going to be seeing standard openings. So, we're going to probably see fast, at least we're going to see fast goon range. Now, this can spiral off to whatever the heck they want to go, whatever tech they really want to go to, and etc. Pretty much how it's going to go down for right now. Now, Fighting Spirit, I'll just quickly go sum over the reason why I hate Fighting Spirit. It's very, very simple. Not because it's not balanced. If you guys actually look at statistics of this map, it is like literally like 50-50 for every single match except for obviously PvP, ZVZ, TVT. But, ooh, Funny's going to try to harass, but that Zealot will be popping out right here. And did he go for initial Zealot? So, yeah, both players are literally identical right now for their builds right here. And Cybercore, let's actually look at the Cybercore timing. We're seeing Cybercore up right here. And actually, Funny's Cybercore is actually slightly ahead, but, by the rush distances, by cross positions, it's going to be hard to do any kind of super aggression, which I'm a little surprised by we didn't see a fast expand, just because it's cross position from Fighting Spirit. But regardless, we do have cross position. So the only reason why I'm saying that is just because the rush distance is so long. If you guys just look at this, I mean, look how long it is. That's not even mentioning you have to run up the ramp too on the south side. So, it's kind of crazy how long the rush is. So sometimes doing aggression takes a long time on this map. So, you still see it. It's just not as effective. And so you can get away with fast expand builds. Now, this pylon might be because of Stargate. Might be an option. But might be trying to hide tech from this nuisance of this annoyance of PornStar right here. So, Porn is kind of funny. I just love this guy. I just love the guy's name. It's just PornStar. It's just straight up really funny. But did either play get goon range? Just starting. So we're actually not seeing goon range. So it looks like actually we're seeing an expand. Yes, we will see an expand coming out of PornStar, and we're going to be seeing more of an aggressive style coming out of at least one aggressive style off of one gate. So it actually might be more of a more delayed expansion. Might be getting No, he's taking the DTs. He's taking the DTs. That's pretty much how it's going to go. That's what we're going to be seeing here. But if he gets above 4, PornStar will be okay. It's DTs are not a bad thing. The only thing that I've always had an issue with is just DTs. Like, if you're going fast with them, you can do a lot of damage with them, but sometimes it just puts you so far behind. Because when you're going a fast Templar Archives, like we're going to be seeing when the Citadel's done, unless he's getting +1 charge, which I've seen before. But just due to the timing and this timing of range, it just seems like it's not going to be a 3-gate Zealot push right there. Which I've seen twice coming out of Squishy from the D individual, which has been fairly recent. But if that's been popularized by him or not, I don't really know. I just know Squishy as from that, he's been the first player to really, I've seen it, I've done the build before, but look how crazy this rush synthesis is. Like, this zealot is, Dragoon, I'm sorry, it's just taking forever to get down here, and this base is still going up though, but, ooh, very nice transfer of probes right there, like, on exactly when the probe finished, but, will there be enough here? I don't think, Funny's gonna be able to break through this, I just don't think there's enough stuff, and I think PornStar will be okay for the time being. Just has to be a little careful. And going up to 3 gate with Robo and starting to get his range here. So he doesn't quite have range yet, which is going to give him a disadvantage for this push right here. Will pull up some probes here. Now, will Funny be able to get some probe kills here? And so far, he has really only gotten 1 probe kill. And it looks like he'll be okay. Oh, and look at that beautiful micro of the probes right there. Really going to stall those Dragoons right there, especially allowing him for his +1 his range to finish up here. And that Dragoon will fall right there. So kind of beautiful micros are coming out of PornStar right there. And at the same time, we will be seeing an expansion coming down to Funny right now, and at the same time, we're gonna see PornStar going up to the top right to do a counter push here, and we're gonna see fast Templar archives, and this push will be countered by, will be shut down by DT. But the benefit though to this though is that since he's doing this aggression, ooh, actually not gonna show off the DT quite yet, but the problem is that DT could do a lot of damage. And Observatory is coming up, but that DT will probably be in the base before that Observer is done, though, keep in mind. But I think he knows this, and I think he just wants to go back right now. And, yeah, he just wants to make sure DTs don't do too much damage, and I think he's going to wall up this ramp, or not. But, just because, I'm going to try to block it off, but, DT will be making its way into the main base here, but we should be seeing an instant Observer. Might get 1 or 2 probe kills if not careful, but wants to transfer those probes out right away. And wow, very nice reaction time right there. 2 probes have gone down. So oh man, I'm too cool at Brood War. I completely called that. Oh, 3. Never mind. Oh, of course, I was completely wrong. And I love how like the probes just like completely just phase through the Dragoon. It's pretty cool. But that Observer should be done, and yeah. Pretty much that's going to be shut down any kind of aggression here. At the same time, though, Funny's going to be taking a 3rd base here, putting down 2 more gateways, and getting Storm. Fairly early Storm here. You see Storm around between 9 and 12 minutes. It's probably quote-unquote standard timing for Storm, just so it's not crazy, how do you say, it's not crazy fast. But these GTs have done a nice splitting up right here, you know, proving to be really a nuisance right here, and Funny going to be in range of DT will finally go down, but at what cost? 9 kills off this DT has done so much damage. And even, I mean, this is DTs with proper proper splitting of the DTs can be proven to be very effective. With 9 probe kills, that's 4,500 minerals just down the bank of probes. And keep in mind, he can only produce 100. It takes like 30 seconds for a probe to come out, or 20 seconds or so. And that's probably going to be at least another, like, 2 or 3 minutes before he's back up to the same probe count that he would be off of 2 base, essentially, which is what I'm trying to say. But, yeah, the GT is going to be trying to go in for round number 2 here. Will be going off, though. I don't think so. He will have an Observer here and putting down another pylon. And nothing really special, just 3-gate goon, nothing out of the ordinary. But this 3rd has gone up, though, and if that's going to be left uncontested for Storm going down right there, and completely going all over the Dragoons there, and not really Storm dodging at all right there, and there's just too many cannons here, but proven to be very effective. He does have enough for another Storm here. He may not realize it as the Storm has just gotten in right here. Another Storm could pretty much clean up this army, but then he's going to be doing just that. Now the Dragoons are falling for PornStar, and why would he try going in there when there was another Storm available? Another High Templar there. Why would he just try to go for it? That's just kind of silly right here. This guy has 14 kills, and things are looking very good for PornStar right now. Funny's off a 3 base here, has taken no economic damage, only lost 2 cannons. Maybe lost a High Templar in that engagement, but not really that bad at all, and still has this High Templar available. And I'm going for aggression, and this is not the right call right here. He needs to go something, he needs to get his own DTs, for example, but that's not going to work. He needs to do some kind of harassment, and attacking the front door of your opponent is not going to do that. And I don't know why you'd push out across the map and then push back. No, he's not pushing back, but just, I don't agree what PornStar is doing right now. It doesn't make logical sense why he's going for this aggression here. we're seeing, you know, Funny's going to be ahead in this engagement right here, probably. Actually, no, probably be a little annoying, but he's going to be attacking in the cannons here, and that's going to be an extra 20 DPS, keep in mind, of the STA Photon Cannon. And STS, STA, whichever one is going to be attacking, but keep in mind that is doing 20 damage, and, you know, also keep in mind, if we're looking at the saturation I wrote these bases here, we're seeing better saturation on Funny's base than what PornStar has. So, the longer PornStar is more idle with his units, which is not attacking or doing something active, or taking an expand, which he's finally doing up here in the top left-hand expansion, this is just going to be exponentially greater for Funny to pretty much come back and win this game. I mean, or not come back, but pretty much win this game. Or did I say Finito? I meant Funny. If I said Finito, I'm sorry. But Funny, and, you know, he has got Storm. He's just played this very, very well. Funny's played this very, very well, and proven to be a very, very strong Protoss. You know, proven to be a B+ rank Protoss can be pretty hard to deal with, and we're just maybe seeing a lack of skill here. Not to say that PornStar is bad, it's just like that he's just being completely outplayed by Funny here. We'll be trying to go up this ramp here, but what's the point? There's 4 cannons there, and has a high ground, so that's really not going to do too much with the Dragoons going up there, so it looks like it'll be 3 base to 3 base, but if we're looking at the gateway count, we're seeing 3 gateways that are continuing to produce DTs, which is no point to, because as we can see here, this 3rd base is going to be pretty much impenetrable to DTs. The front door is pretty much impenetrable to DTs. The main would be vulnerable up to this point, except there's a photon cannon there now. And, ooh, will he? I think he might know about this base in the top left-hand corner now, just because of the defensive standpoint right now. And you'll see the transferring probes. That will definitely identify, even though the probe will probably make it there alive, but he will be seeing that base. And I'll see what Funny will react to this base in the top left-hand expansion. Will he go attack it, or better yet, probably just take his own expand? And are we seeing an upgrade count? I don't think we are going to be coming out of PornStar. Forge, yeah, he's just getting up his Forge right now. So, PornStar's not in a terrible position, 84 supply to 118. I mean, there's a 20 supply deficit on PornStar's favor right here. We're seeing Funny off of, he's off of 1, 2, Yi San Su Wu Leo Chiba. Off of 8 gateways, 1, 2, yeah, I'm counting Chinese, my bad. But essentially, he's mining off of 8. He's off of 8 gateways. Oh, and he doesn't have an observer, and I don't think he has an observatory. And these DTs is exactly what he needed to do here. But gonna be targeting the Nexus here. I'm gonna just be storming, not the DTs. Finally gonna be storming the DTs, and whoa, he has 12 HP. And nom. And didn't really do much. Actually, when I think about it, those DTs really didn't do too much. But just being a nuisance right here. Well, anyway, oh, he's trying to do that. Trying to do splash damage on the DT, but oh, he's gonna get it, and he finally will go down. And nice work on the splash damage with that. Nice little micro trick, nice little Brood War trick for that as well. And it looks like we will be seeing Funny be going for that bottom right hand most expansion on Fighting Spirit. And we're seeing a pretty macro PvP, but I'm just interested. Right now, we're seeing Funny supply blocked at 131, and PornStar. You know, keep in mind both players are being, you know, somewhat inactive right now, just because they're both going through their macro styles and etc. We're seeing a 99 supply, so I mean we're still seeing a 40 supply deficit, and we just want to make sure Funny's in the lead substantially right now. But now PornStar is off of 4 base. What will be 4 base if there's something not dealt with this? There's only one cannon defending this top left-hand expansion, and Funny has. Not only is Funny B+ rank, he saw the transferring probes. He saw the probe. I think he even saw the base with that probe or a cannon or what have you. There should have been an indicator of red flag going off, indicating that there was something going on. And it looks like he'll finally be pushing out, realizing, well, I can't let PornStar come back in this game. That's just not going to happen. And he's producing out of all these gateways that are like mass selling. 153 supply, getting double upgrades. We're going to be seeing +1 compared to 0 upgrades for PornStar. And still 0 upgrades. So PornStar has completely neglected upgrades this entire game. We're seeing 8. We're seeing 8 gateways. What do we just have in here? Trying to do a storm job with all those probes. Oh, I don't know if that went off. I want to know that really desperately. But at the same time, he will be attacking the base at the 3 o'clock here. He meaning Funny here. Will he be able to break through this? There isn't really that many cannons here, but that is a small ramp right here, and it looks like he's going to be pushing out here. But at the same time, he did attack the top left-hand expansion, and that is going to equal out the bases here, and now allowing Funny to capitalize on the fact that he has a better army here. And if he can storm this, all these probes here, oh, he didn't pay attention. Oh, that could have been devastating. That could have just ended the game out right there. But the probes will escape safely for right now. And just be careful of this potential dual prong or dual high tempo or dual zealot drop that could potentially happen. But I don't think it's going to go off because there's like a dozen zealots right there. I'm sorry about that. Oh, he's going to go for it. Will he be able to storm though? He is in the scenario. He will storm, and it's not bad. Not the most killer storm drop, but you know, not to say that wasn't very, very good. Keep in mind. Let's be honest here. That's really not that bad. You know what I realized? Just to get, I don't get normally super off track on Brood Warcast, but I always wanted to know what the dark face of the High Templar was. Like, what is that thing? Like, what does he look like? Like, what does he look like, man? I want to know. But ooh, we're gonna be seeing a drop of his own. It's actually the exact same kind of drop right here. And there's no cannon to defend the back part of this, but it looks like he's gonna have Dragoons in position to deal with this just fine. And I don't think this drop's really gonna do too much. And he doesn't even have shuttle speed. Keep in mind. And at the same time, PornStar will be taking that base at the 6 o'clock. Now, will he be able to get a storm off? He's going to have to storm. Nice storm going off. 3 kills so far. 4 kills. Not bad. I mean, he didn't lose, really. He only lost a 2 zealots just to take aggro versus the High Templar. We're able to get off their storms here. But we're seeing 162 supply to 189. So both players are getting similar max. But keep in mind, PornStar is off of 3 base. While Funny is now off of 4 base, which will be now 3 base because he's bringing his whole army here. But this is the time where he can completely go for a counter push, or he can go try to defend, potentially just back PornStar into a corner. In either way, either engage him. Probably Funny's going to win. He has a higher supply lead, and he's going to have an upgraded advantage, and he's continuing to get more upgrades. +2 is just about to finish. This engagement's going to be happening. Very nice, and +2 has completed here. And Storm is going off, but really not really doing too much. And transferring probes to the natural for whatever reason. Did he go for another drop here? I don't really know, but Storm is going off. Only killed off 1 Dragoon so far. And Funny's just completely just wrecking this natural right here. Storm completely storming the mineral line there. And how many kills this guy? 19 kills on this High Templar right here. Absolutely ridiculous. And this is just looking very bad in PornStar's favor right now. PornStar at the same time will be going for a counter push here, but keep in mind this is the last pretty much push PornStar can go for at this point in time because, you know, we're going to see Funny just in the base of PornStar, and PornStar really can't really defend his bases now, and this is going to just spiral out. But at the same time, he will be storming the natural, and oh my goodness, look at the carnage of the probes at the mineral line right there. 13 kills. 13. I guess it was just 13 kills. 13 kills, 13 probes, just completely decimated by 2 storms right there. Storming High Templars, but storming High Templars right here. And I think there's just enough from Funny just to go right through the main army of PornStar because he just has a greater upgrade advantage. We're going to be seeing, you know, only +1 compared to 1-2, but PornStar does GG, which means we're going on to game number 2, which now has meant that Insanity without limits has successfully won game 1 of series number 3 between Disturbed Minds versus Insanity without limits on week number 2 of season 20 of Clan League, of iCup Clan League. And I forgot to mention last game that that means Disturbed Minds has won that game, so we're gonna have to go figure out how this is gonna play out anyway. But whew, that was a fun game. That was a fun PvP to watch. And PornStar, man, I love you, guy. I love you, man. But you really you gotta step up your game against this guy. Funny is no laughing matter. He knows what to do. And Funny just didn't really do anything special. Just went standard PvP and just did so much damage. PornStar was not ready for it. And we're going to have to see if PornStar is going to be Protoss or what have you. Because if this is the same PornStar, he did play Zerg before. Maybe he's a random player. Maybe he's a race picker. But we'll have to see. But for example, what we're gonna go for the fifth step of the game here, F-Talk. So for the F-Talk of this game for PornStar, I think just something to work on is getting your observers in a better situation where the DT will not get in your base and get 19 kills by the time it leaves the base and still not die. That's really what put you behind, and then just because you were taking so much economic damage from the DT, you know, obviously you always take expands behind aggression, and that's exactly what Funny did. But he did so much damage, you had to pretty much, you were delayed by like 3 or 4 minutes after that DT happened. Because keep in mind, you get 20 seconds, 25 seconds for a probe to be produced. And that 19 probes, my friend. That is a lot of probes. Okay, that's gonna be at least like 2 to 4 minutes right there. I'm just reproducing your arm of your economy. And keep in mind that you're not gonna want to cut down your upgrades and stuff. You want to still continue going your build. So you're kind of cutting probes at the same time when you're trying to get up your tech and army and etc. And when you're cutting off stuff, that means Funny's going to get that edge because he's going to get that upgrade that you don't get. He's going to get that Dragoon that you don't have. And that's why we saw that like 20 and then 40 supply deficit. It just snowballs out. And then Funny was just able to ultimately win a victory here. You just cannot let that DT get in your base and do so much damage. That's really what put you back in the game. That was really what was kind of game changing. I mean, the engagements could have been better or worse. But, you know, not to say that that's really bad. The engagements were fun and entertaining as hell. Those were fun Broodor moments. I hope you guys enjoyed those casts. Hopefully I made them as spontaneous and epically awesome as they were. But, yeah. And if we just go to the resource tabs right here, we're just going to see right here. I don't even have to, like, preview this. Like, we can see here, Funny was off a 36, nearly a 5k total score difference. He spent 2k more, so not such a big difference in spending-wise. But he gassed 2k more than gas, and he got 4k more minerals. So maybe Funny could have even done even better by getting, you know, maybe triple upgrades going. Could have gone, you know, Funny probably could have macroed even more efficient, probably even put down more gateways. The fact of the matter is that PornStar, you kind of fell apart. And that's kind of what happened. So, your opening was good, and then the Observer, but also I have to give props to Funny, though. Funny was able to split his DTs very, very well. And keep that in mind. And, you know, PornStar, you went for that DT drop, but it was so late in the game, it really didn't matter. Dropping on the main that late in the game, it's really not going to do too much. I mean, it's the most least defended base, but DTs are not going to be a base trading scenario unit. They're going to have to force back, a couple of their units with detection. But yeah, sure they do a lot of damage, but I mean, unless they're dropping like 20 DTs in your base, in the main base, that's really not going to do too much damage. Yeah, economic damage for sure. It's going to stop mining at the main, but just try to find a better location. I mean, like, past 10 minutes, I don't really see a reason to drop on the main because, you know, that's going to get mined out anyway, and that's the safest location. You want to make sure that with my opinion on dropping areas, for example, because I'm just giving you scenarios where you could have improved in this game. Now, keep in mind, you can play like the way you wanted to, and now just say that Funny was just a really good B+ rank player, and this is how you always play PvP. But I'm just offering insight that may or may not help you. I think these will help you. The idea of dropping on a base in Brood War, a lot of the time why you would see a Zerg, now this is connected in a way, in ZVP, where you see Zergs will take that risky third because they want to mine that base out as fast as possible. Because in the late stages of the game, it's really hard to take those really far off expands. That's why oftentimes you just see the main completely get to, like, evaporate and make a new main. That's why a lot of times that happens in like a lot of like 40+ minute games. So when you're getting that thought process, if you're able to go deny their fourth, if you're going to be able to deny their third, you know, fighting spirit's a little bit different because the third's pretty easy to secure. But that's just going to make it that much harder. And if you're able to stop off the third, keep in mind, you can just deny that entirely from DTs, bring your main army in there. Man, you have pretty much cut off 2 entranceways into their natural now. Now you have from the rear side that they have to wall off and the ramp. Sure, they only can block off one area, but now you pretty much set a complete contain on them, and that's a way you can also work in Fighting Spirit, which I've seen a couple times in a row. But that's enough analysis for me. We'll go on to game number 2 and see if PornStar's going to be able to make a comeback here. So that was a fun PvP, and thanks guys for watching, and have a nice day, guys. Peace. Fitz is out of here.